Welcome to Project Toons. So we did 5 times Bart Simpson was arrested. We did 5 times Marge Simpson was arrested, so I think it's about time we did the big dog himself with Homer Simpson. So let's get into the video with 5 times Homer Simpson was arrested in The Simpsons. In Season 2 Episode 11, when Lisa expresses her boredom at eating the same meals over and over, Marge suggests that the Simpson family try the new sushi restaurant in town. Despite his initial skepticism, Homer ends up loving the food and makes his way through most of the menu, before ordering fugu, a potentially deadly venomous pufferfish if prepared incorrectly. When the master chef is occupied by Bart's teacher Edna Krabappel, his apprentice prepares the fish, something he's not trained to do. When Homer is told the situation and the possible danger, he visits Dr. Hibbert, who informs him that if he has ingested the venom of the pufferfish, he likely has less than 24 hours to live. Homer decides there are some things he'd like to do with his remaining time, and when reconciling with his father Abe takes much longer than Homer planned, he steps on the gas to make up time and gets caught speeding. Due to some provocative language toward the police officers Eddie and Lou,
I pay my taxes and they pay your salary, so when I say give me a ticket, just give me a ticket.
Homer is quickly arrested.
Maybe we don't want to give you a ticket. Maybe we want to haul your butt in, wise guy.
Hey, look what else your tax dollars pay for, huh?
By the way, if you're concerned, Homer doesn't die in Season 2. In Season 6 Episode 4, the Simpson family visit Itchy and Scratchy Land, the amusement park of the future where nothing can possibly go wrong. The family is having a great time, especially Bart and Lisa, but it doesn't take long before Alberto is up to no good, targeting the members of staff dressed in Itchy and Scratchy costumes. When Bart is arrested by the park security, he's taken to a detention area, and is surprised to find his father Homer has also been arrested. But what could Homer Simpson have possibly done to get arrested at a theme park?
I kicked one of those stupid itchy characters in the butt.
Yeah, there's just no way to resist it, is there?
Marge is having a great time on the family vacation, but something tells me that both her husband and son being arrested might dampen her mood.
Attention, Marge Simpson. Your son has been arrested. Attention, Marge Simpson. We've also arrested your older, balder, fatter son.
In Season 7 Episode 1, while Mr. Burns recovers from his gunshot wound, the Springfield Police Department start a manhunt for his assailant. The problem they have is practically everyone in Springfield is a suspect, as Mr. Burns had angered many residents with his hijacking of the elementary school's oil supply. Even Homer's a suspect due to his annoyance that Mr. Burns never remembers his name. The police department start eliminating suspects, and eventually they find an eyelash on Mr. Burns' suit that points to Simpson DNA. When Mr. Burns wakes in the hospital and names Homer, the police raid the Simpson residence with a warrant for Homer's arrest.
We got Simpson DNA on Burns' clothing, and your father was identified by the old man himself.
DNA, positive ID, those won't hold up in any court.
And when they find the weapon that was used to shoot Mr. Burns with Homer's fingerprints all over it, Homer is charged with attempted murder.
Homer Simpson, you're under arrest for attempted murder.
No!
Yeah, that's what they all say. They all say dough.
In Season 4 Episode 16, Homer sneaks away early from work at the power plant to accompany Barney Gumble on a tour of the Duff Brewery. Homer and Barney, being massive fans of Duff beer, enjoy more than their fair share of alcohol, including gummy bears and all sorts of Duff-related products. When the pair leave the brewery, they're being closely watched by Police Chief Wiggum and a unit on the lookout for drink drivers. Homer is pulled over and administered a sobriety test.
Won't you come and play with me?
Flawless. We also would have accepted, tell me what you think of me.
Well, I guess you're free to...
Give him the breathalyzer! Huh?
You're under arrest.
No!
So Homer is arrested and charged with driving under the influence of alcohol, and in the rest of the episode he fulfills a promise to his wife Marge that he'll stay sober for 30 days. In Season 8 Episode 18, Springfield enforces prohibition after the town's annual St. Patrick's Day celebration gets out of hand, which leads to Bart Simpson getting totally hammered. Just for the record, this is a fantastic episode, definitely in my top 10 favourite Simpsons episodes of all time. With alcohol now illegal, in order to keep the flow of liquor in Springfield going, Homer defies the law and floods the town with illegal booze as his alter ego, the Beer Baron. The Springfield Police Department being as incompetent as ever, are powerless to stop Homer, so Police Chief Wiggum is fired and the town hire Rex Banner to clean things up. He cracks down but doesn't catch Homer, who does eventually get arrested, but only because he handed himself in to a disgraced Chief Wiggum to make him look good and get him his job back. Marge thinks it was a very nice thing that Homer did for poor Wiggum, but she wants to know what's going to happen to Homer.
Oh, probably just a slap on the wrist. And he who shall violate this law shall be punished by catapult. Last time I helped you.
Sorry, I thought you'd get a fine, or at most 3-4 years in jail.
That was my recap of 5 times Homer Simpson was arrested in The Simpsons. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you happen to be travelling to Springfield anytime soon, just remember,
Springfield cops are on the take. But what do you expect for the money we make? Bad cops, bad cops.
thanks for choosing Project Toons and please like and subscribe for more content. Today we're going to take a look back at 9 of Homer Simpson's many different jobs, not including his role as safety inspector at the Springfield power plant. In Season 8 Episode 3, Homer gets a job as a professional boxer. When he finds out he has a rare condition called Homer Simpson Syndrome that cushions his brain with a layer of fluid protecting it from injury, naturally the first thing Homer does is take up amateur boxing.
All right, Homer, let's see the left. Okay.
As Homer's new manager, Moe quickly finds out that punching isn't his game. But Homer can basically stand in the middle of the ring, taking punch after punch until his opponent gets so exhausted that Homer can simply nudge them over. This tactic gets Homer and Moe far, and they progress high into the amateur ranks. Eventually, Homer becomes known as the fighter who can't be knocked down and gets himself a World Heavyweight title shot against Drederick Tatum, Springfield's answer to Mike Tyson. Homer goes on to lose the fight, but it's still an impressive achievement. In Season 9 Episode 19, Homer gets a job as a naval reservist after being fired from the nuclear power plant by Mr. Burns.
Woo! You're fired!
After seeing an advert on television, Homer decides to join the Navy, but Marge isn't thrilled about it.
Not to worry, honey. We live in a highly technological age where fighting a war is as simple as turning off a light.
We don't have a clapper.
Despite his wife's concerns, Homer decides to enlist anyway, along with Apu, Moe, and Barney. While on duty, Homer is left in charge by the captain, and when they encounter what they think is an enemy sub, Homer makes the order to fire the torpedoes. Unfortunately, the actual captain was inside the torpedo tube trying to fix it. The gang's submarine is badly damaged in the confrontation, and is sinking due to a leak. As he's now officially captain, Homer steps up and saves everyone on board by plugging the leaking hole with Bart's earring. In Season 3 Episode 12 we see Homer in a number of different jobs, but I'll highlight my personal favourite when Homer worked as a door-to-door knife salesman. In this episode we look back at the story of Bart's birth. With Marge pregnant, Homer has to find a way to provide for his growing family. Homer tries out a number of different jobs, none of which he's particularly good at, but my personal favourite is when Homer goes door to door selling knives.
Shake hands with the Slashco. Handle first.
All the bad luck that Homer has with these jobs, and the need for a sustainable income, forces him to try and get a job at the new Springfield nuclear power plant. So although this episode was the story of Bart Simpson's birth, it's also the story of how Homer originally started working at the power plant. In Season 6 Episode 13, Homer gets a job at a bowling alley. In this episode we're once again taken to the past, this time with the story of Maggie's birth. After years of working at the nuclear power plant, Homer decides he wants to quit, and to provide for his family, he gets a job at a bowling alley. Homer absolutely loves his new job, and everything in his life is going perfectly.
I'm gonna make it after all. Yeah.
But when Homer finds out that Marge is pregnant and Maggie is on the way, he realises that the money he earns at the bowling alley isn't enough to provide for his family. So Homer has to return to the power plant, on his knees, and beg Mr. Burns to give him his job back. In Season 2 Episode 15, Homer gets a job as a car designer. When he finds out he has a half-brother called Herb, Homer decides to try and contact him, and the Simpsons find out that Herb is rather successful. It turns out that Homer's brother made his millions in the car industry, and he decides that he wants Homer to design him a car for the average American.
I want you to help me design a car and I want to pay you $200,000 a year.
And I want to let you.
Homer does make the car, but due to its ugly design and high price, it's an absolute flop, bankrupting his brother's business. Something of note, Homer's brother Herb was voiced by Danny DeVito. In Season 7, Episode 17, Homer gets a job as Mr. Burns' assistant. When Mr. Burns forces Waylon Smithers to take a vacation, he has to find a replacement that won't outshine him.
Dim-witted, monstrously ugly. Nuts to this. I'll just go get Homer Simpson.
Homer isn't very good in his new role, and Mr. Burns lets him know over and over again just how useless an assistant he is. Eventually, Homer loses his temper and punches Mr. Burns square in the face. Mr. Burns, now being terrified, learns how to look after himself so he doesn't have to deal with Homer, and eventually decides that he doesn't need an assistant at all, so Waylon Smithers is out of a job. Homer feels guilty about losing Waylon his job, so the two of them come up with a scheme to win it back. In Season 10, Episode 1, Homer starts a business selling grease.
Where do you think you're going?
It's the first day of school.
Not for you, it isn't. You're in the grease business now.
The father and son enterprise doesn't go so well, and Bart and Homer soon realise that in order to make paper money, they'll need one big score, so they target the grease traps at Bart and Lisa's school. Unfortunately, they run into groundskeeper Willie, who stops them from stealing the grease because he was planning to retire on it. In Season 10, Episode 20, Homer goes door to door selling springs. When Springfield is selected to host the next Olympic Games, the town is naturally thrilled, and Homer's mascot idea Springy is chosen for the games. After some poorly chosen material in Bart's stand-up routine infuriates the Olympic Committee, the town is robbed of the Olympic Games. So Homer is lumped with thousands of springs. Desperate to get rid of them, Homer decides to go door to door and try and sell them. But he soon finds out that the town is still furious with the Simpson family thanks to Bart and his antics. And finally, in Season 11, Episode 3, Homer gets a job as a food critic. When a local newspaper editor realizes that Homer has a passion for food.
Well, at least you like the food.
Oh, I like food all right. I like pizza. I like bagels.
He decides to give Homer the job as food critic. When Homer gives out too many bad reviews, the local chefs attempt to kill Homer by poisoning a donut. Luckily, Lisa saves the day by telling Homer it's low fat, and naturally, he tosses it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for choosing Project Toons, and please like and subscribe for more content. Welcome to Project Toons, where today we're taking a look back at 5 times Homer Simpson had crazy dreams. Over the years that The Simpsons has been on the air, Homer has had many iconic and crazy dreams. Here's a recap of 5 of the best. Enjoy. In Season 3, Episode 11, the Springfield nuclear power plant is bought by some wealthy German businessman, and in a conversation with his new bosses, Homer dreams about the land of chocolate.
We are from the land of chocolate.
The land of chocolate.
I love this dream sequence for 2 reasons. Number 1, it has a catchy tune, and number 2, it leads to what is in my opinion the best moment of the whole episode, when they finally wake Homer up.
Oh, I'm sorry. We were talking about chocolate?
That was 10 minutes ago.
Next on our list from Season 9, Episode 19, Homer dreams he's in a land of donuts, which sounds ideal for Homer until you realise that he's been brought there to pay for his crimes to the donut people.
You stand accused of eating half the population of the planet of the donuts.
But how will the donut people react to Homer's terrible crimes? Well, seeing as Homer ate half their population, the donut people decide to eat Homer. That's right, they eat him.
Homer, wake up!
In Season 11, Episode 13, the Simpsons get a horse. Again. And while trying to decide what to do with Duncan, Bart suggests that as he was a diving horse, maybe he could dive for pearls.
Pearls, eh?
Breakfast is served.
Next is my favourite of all of Homer Simpson's dreams. In Season 10, Episode 5, Homer dreams he's Yogi Bear. I especially love the use of Ned Flanders as Ranger Ned.
Well, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to hand over that pick.
Gee, homie, it's not very nice to maul Ranger Ned.
You want some of this?
Last on our list in Season 12, Episode 8, while Homer and Ned are driving through a snowstorm, they crash, and when they pass out from the car fumes, Homer has a crazy dream where he's some sort of sultan.
Enough! I grow weary of your sexually suggestive dancing.
That was 5 times Homer Simpson had crazy dreams. Thanks for watching Project Toons, and please like and subscribe for more content.
Dad, wake up! Wake up!
Oh, I was having the most wonderful dream.
In this video, we're going to dive into the mind of one of animation's most iconic characters with a number of my favourite Homer Simpson thought bubbles. In Season 5, Episode 6, Marge on the Lam, when Marge gets free tickets to the ballet, she's surprised that Homer is excited about going, but I don't think Homer knows what ballet is.
I enjoy all the meats of our cultural stew. Ah, ballet. All right! Woohoo! Yay! Yeah!
In that same episode, when Homer can't take Marge to the ballet because he gets stuck in a vending machine, Marge invites her neighbour Ruth and the two become friends. When Ruth fails to stop for the police, she and Marge get into a Thelma and Louise style chase with Chief Wiggum.
We're in pursuit of 2 female suspects. One is wearing a green dress, pearls, and has a lot of blue hair.
A lot of blue hair? What a freak!
In Season 6, Episode 15, Homie the Clown, it's New Billboard Day and Homer is influenced by all of them but one.
Clown college. You can't eat that.
Despite initially not being interested in the clown college, the advertisement must have worked because now it's all Homer can think about.
That advertisement had no effect on me whatsoever.
In Season 4, Episode 22, Krusty Gets Cancelled, another advertisement hits the town of Springfield, this time for Gabbo. The town is extremely excited about Gabbo, however no one knows who or what Gabbo is.
I don't think they're giving you enough information, Dad.
I'll figure it out. I'm gonna use all the power of my brain.
In Season 4, Episode 11, Homer's triple bypass, Marge is concerned about Homer's health, so she makes him a healthy breakfast.
I prepared a special surprise just for you.
It could only be one thing.
Psst, the best meat's in the rump.
In Season 4, Episode 7, Marge gets a job. Marge is excited when the Simpsons receive an invitation to someone's retirement party, and Homer dreams of a life where he's retired.
I wish I could retire. Boy, that'd be sweet.
In Season 4, Episode 4, Lisa the Beauty Queen, when Lisa has a makeover, Homer advises Bart to make a big fuss over how she looks because according to Homer, when it comes to compliments, women are like ravenous blood-sucking monsters, always wanting more. His words, not mine.
And if you give it to him, you'll get plenty back in return.
Like what?
I'll tell you when you're older.
In Season 8, Episode 13, Simpsons Califragilisticexpialinoid Marge is losing her hair from managing the Simpson household, so they decide to hire a nanny to relieve Marge's stress, and Bart and Lisa have some suggestions about their new nanny.
Would you like to hear them?
You have my undivided attention.
In Season 17, Episode 11, we're on the road to nowhere. When Bart gets in trouble for setting off the steam pipes at Springfield Elementary, he's sent to Upward Bound.
The toughest behavioral modification camp in Northwest Oregon.
Homer has to take Bart across the country, and Bart is desperate for Homer to let him off and go back to his normal carefree self.
You mean fun, Homer? I'm afraid serious Homer has him locked up till you're at your snooty torture camp. Oh, come on, serious Homer. Let me out. We'll get a monkey drunk and push him down the stairs. I'll kill you the way I killed intellectual Homer.
In Season 15, Episode 2, My Mother the Carjacker, when Homer is searching for a funny newspaper headline, he stumbles across what he believes to be a hidden message telling him to meet at the 4th Street overpass at midnight. When Marge can't believe that Homer's actually going, Homer tells Marge that sometimes you have to go with your gut.
This time, why don't you listen to your brain?
All right, I will. That's why I don't listen to my brain.
In the Simpsons movie, Marge is concerned about Grandpa's prophecy and she needs Homer's undivided attention.
I know it's easy for your mind to wander. But I want you to really concentrate on me.
In Season 16, Episode 16, Don't Fear the Roofer, Marge and Homer have a fight when Homer can't fix the Simpsons' roof. So Homer heads out to a Knockers bar and luckily meets up with a friendly roofer voiced by Ray Romano.
Just a licensed and bonded roofer.
Homer asks his new friend to fix his roof and he agrees under one condition.
You gotta help me finish this pitcher of beer.
Wait, did I add that right?
In Season 11, Episode 10, Little Big Mom, when the Simpsons are on a skiing vacation, Homer bumps into his nemesis Ned Flanders.
That suit's a little revealing, isn't it?
Well, it allows for maximum mobility. Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all.
When Homer gets into trouble on the slopes, he desperately needs to remember his instructor's lessons, but all he can think about is Ned.
Remember what the instructor said?
If you ever get into trouble, all you need to do is...
Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Stupid sexy Flanders!
In Season 21, Episode 9, Thursdays with Abby, when a journalist takes an interest in Grandpa and publishes his stories, Homer tries to spend more time with his father. When Grandpa tells Homer he's only spending time with him because he's now famous, Homer is angry. Marge suggests that Homer is actually angry with himself for not spending time with his father and for not listening to his stories.
My brain is like a computer, and I file away Grandpa's stories in a very special place. Well, I'm up there. Uh-oh.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for choosing Project Toons and please like and subscribe for more content. In this video we're going to take a look back at 5 of Homer Simpson's lifelong dreams.
I always wanted to own the Dallas Cowboys.
In Season 3, Episode 20, when Homer and Marge have an argument, Homer drives off into the night and eventually stumbles across a redneck bar. On stage is a young waitress called Lurleen performing her songs to an uninterested audience. But one person who did enjoy her song was Homer.
I said no one understands you, but I do.
Homer and Lurleen start spending time together, and Marge isn't happy that Homer is spending so much time with a young attractive singer.
Well, hi, Lurleen. We were just talking about you. I think I can come over. Let me ask my wife. It's a date.
Homer continues to see Lurleen and eventually Marge forbids him from seeing her. Homer then tells Marge that she's standing in the way of his boyhood dream.
You're standing in the way of my boyhood dream of managing a beautiful country singer.
Your boyhood dream was to eat the world's biggest hoagie, and you did it at the county fair last year, remember?
In Season 5, Episode 10, when Springfield's economic state is desperate and rates of unemployment are at record highs, the town has a meeting to fix Springfield's economy, and Principal Skinner has an interesting suggestion.
Now, I hesitate to bring this up, but a number of cities have rejuvenated their economies with legalized gambling.
The crowd loves Skinner's idea of legalizing gambling, especially Monty Burns.
By building a casino, I could tighten my stranglehold on this dismal town. Yeah!
Burns starts taking suggestions for the theme of his new casino, and I like this one.
The designers are here with some prototypes for your casino.
Gentlemen, I give you Britannia! Gambling with all the glitz and glamour of the British Isles.
Mr. Burns doesn't like any of the suggestions, so he decides he'll have to do it himself.
I'll design it myself. I know what people like. It's got to have sex appeal and a catchy name.
Now Mr. Burns has a casino, Homer is desperate to transfer so he can fulfill another lifelong dream.
As you know, it's been my lifelong dream to become a blackjack dealer.
Your lifelong dream was to be a contestant on The Gong Show, and you did it in 1977, remember?
We got more gongs than the breakdancing robot that caught on fire.
In Season 4, Episode 12, when Mr. Burns is caught dumping toxic waste at a local park, Mr. Burns is ordered to pay $3 million. When the town meet to decide what to do with the money, a sneaky Mr. Burns attempts to get his cash back.
Hello, my name is Mr. Snrub, and I come from, someplace far away. Anyway, I say we invest that money back in the nuclear plant.
I like the way Snrub thinks.
The town doesn't fall for it, and Mr. Burns has to make a Batman-like escape before Springfield can make him pay. Marge thinks the town should use the money to fix the potholes on Main Street, but after a slick sales pitch, Springfield decides to build a monorail.
But Main Street's still all cracked and broken. Sorry, Mom, the mob has spoken.
Now that a monorail is coming to Springfield, Homer is desperate to be a monorail conductor because somehow that's his lifelong dream.
Marge, I want to be a monorail conductor.
Homer, no.
It's my lifelong dream.
Your lifelong dream was to run out on the field during a baseball game, and you did it last year, remember?
In Season 8, Episode 2, when Mr. Smithers turns down a job offer from Globex Corporation, they turn to the power plant's next most experienced employee. Who else but Homer Simpson? Globex Corporation offer Homer a big raise and a new house, but the Simpsons will have to move to Cypress Creek. Marge is skeptical, but Homer is desperate to take the new job so he can fulfill his lifelong dream.
What lifelong dream?
Promise not to laugh. I always wanted to own the Dallas Cowboys.
And in Season 10, Episode 2, when Homer is inspired to be an inventor by Thomas Edison, he tries desperately to invent something of worth. When Marge tells Homer that no one in their right mind would buy Homer's inventions, he's devastated that he failed in his lifelong dream.
All week, my lifelong dream was to be the next Thomas Edison.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for choosing Project Toons, and please like and subscribe for more content. Never give up on your dreams. Welcome to Project Toons. In this video we're going to take a look at 5 life lessons from the fountain of knowledge that is Homer Simpson.
The lesson is, never try.
In Season 5, Episode 18, when Mr. Burns has a near-death experience, he realises he never had children, and therefore never fathered an heir.
Smithers, do you realize if I had died, there would be no one to carry on my legacy? Now I have no one to leave my enormous fortune to. I've planned a far greater reward for you. When I pass on, you shall be buried alive with me.
Oh. Goody.
So Mr. Burns gathers the local Springfield children and holds auditions for an heir that will inherit his mass fortune. When Bart and Lisa fail their auditions, Homer gives them a life lesson I wouldn't follow if I were you.
Kids, you tried your best, and you failed miserably. The lesson is, never try.
In Season 6, Episode 21, the teachers at Springfield Elementary are fed up with Principal Skinner's drastic cuts.
You have to start putting money back into the school. You've cut back on everything. Salaries, supplies, the food. I don't care what you say, I can taste the newspaper.
Skinner points out that shredded newspaper is full of much-needed roughage and essential inks.
You didn't notice the old gym mats?
There's very little meat in these gym mats.
Skinner and Edna can't settle their differences, so the teachers go on strike.
That's it!
Strike!
When Lisa tells Homer the teachers are striking to better their situation, Homer gives Lisa a life lesson he's learned from his years of working at the power plant.
If you don't like your job, you don't strike. You just go in every day and do it really half-assed. That's the American way.
In Season 3, Episode 20, the Simpson family have a night out at the movies, and when Marge embarrasses Homer, he's extremely angry and needs some time to think.
I'm going now, and I don't know when you'll see me again.
Homer stumbles across a redneck bar and enjoys the live music being performed by a waitress called Lurleen.
I said no one understands you, but I do.
Homer is extremely moved by Lurleen's song, so he heads over to tell her how he feels.
I gotta say something to you.
I'm listening.
Your song touched me in a way I've never felt before. And which way did it can?
Homer ends up managing Lurlene's music career, and Marge isn't happy that Homer is spending so much time with the young woman. When Marge finally meets Lurleen, she isn't the woman that Homer describes, so Homer has to give Marge a little life lesson on lying.
I thought you said she was overweight.
Marge, it takes 2 to lie. 1 to lie and 1 to listen.
What does that mean?
In Season 3, Episode 22, when Bart attends a rock and roll concert, he's inspired to become a musician.
Mom, I want to be a rock star.
Marge wants to encourage Bart in his goal of becoming a rock star, so she has a word with Homer.
Maybe we should buy him a guitar.
Well, that's a waste of money. We already have a guitar.
Marge and Homer buy Bart a guitar, but he struggles to learn, even with Otto staying at the Simpson house.
Will you knock it off? I can't hear myself think. I want some peanuts. That's better. Hey, how come you never play your guitar anymore?
Bart decides to be honest with Homer, and Homer gives him another life lesson I wouldn't pay attention to.
I wasn't good at it right away, so I quit. I hope you're not mad.
Son, come here. Of course I'm not mad. If something's hard to do, then it's not worth doing.
And in Season 8, Episode 18, Springfield is celebrating St. Patrick's Day. The crowd is extremely pumped, but the celebrations are cut short when Bart Simpson gets drunk.
This party's just getting started!
Stop the celebration! That small boy is drunk!
The town decides to enforce an old prohibition law, so alcohol is banned in Springfield.
Spirituous beverages are hereby prohibited under penalty of catapult.
Homer ends up supplying Springfield with liquor as the beer baron until he's caught and sentenced to the catapult. Homer gets off scot-free when the town discovered the prohibition law was revoked hundreds of years ago. At the end of the episode, Homer makes a toast and drops some knowledge about alcohol.
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for choosing Project Toons, and please like and subscribe for more content.